How's everyone on the Nothing Fancy today? I hope you can hear me. I'm out in the yard today now drying some kelp. It's deep sea kelp, mostly red kelp, really rich in amino acids and all the benefits you're ever going to need to add to your soil, really. This stuff, when you dry it out, you make a little tea out of it. You can keep it wet and make a little tea. You don't need much, a few spoonfuls in a gallon, and you'll have enough amino acids, L-amino acids, to lock into your soil to make calcium itself 1,000 times easier to uptake and better to uptake. It chelates it. It's also a catalyst for carrying it. What else can I say about this stuff? You use this as a foliar feed on cannabis or other branchy plants, and it will slow the growth of the top one from growing high and branch out. It'll tell it to branch. You want good clones, spray a little bit of that, a little bit of mist on your branches about 3 or 4 days before you cut them. Then take your cuttings, put them in the soil, and she will be already telling it grow more root. Not just the root to grow, but a stimulator that'll literally chew on it and make it grow like crazy. You'll have roots out your ass. It's great stuff. Helps keep bad bugs away. It grows a fungus that will go through your whole pot, and it'll lock onto, it's a good fungus, and it'll lock onto all your nutrients, hold them in place so the microbes can chew at them. When the fungus gets out of control, it has 3 different types of microbes I like in it. One will eat the fungus. That'll try to get out of control. Then the bigger microbes, the ones you can nearly see with it, like without a microscope. Well, no, you want a 30 loop anyway. They'll eat the little ones, and as they die off and get eaten, the plant takes all the nutrients out of them. That's pretty much how the game works. It's going to drive your roots crazy. You won't have to water as often because it'll hold water where it needs to. It won't be just sucking it through the plant and drying it out the bottom and all that stuff. You'll find a big difference if you do use it. This now, I'm drying all this out to use indoors. I don't recommend using it indoors wet. It stinks. It's like rotten eggs and farts. But put it outside, dry it all out till it's nice and crispy dry. Crumble it all up to a dust, put it in a few baggies. Don't add very much, spoonful for a gallon is lots. Foliar feeding or adding it to it. You just want enough to drive the microbes crazy and chelate the soil so the calcium gets took up. Calcium is your building blocks. It'll hold the nitrogen so it don't get washed out the pot. So you'll find you won't be having to feed like all 300 or 400 ppms, 500 ppms every 2 weeks. Is lots if you're a salt feeder. As you know, that'll kill off a lot of the microbes. If you're organic feeder, you won't have to do much. I would probably top dress it with some P&K, a little boost or something, going about 3 weeks in the flower. That'd be it. Or transplant it into a little more soil. That'll help it up a lot too. Soil is where it's at, boys. The food, like I said, I'll always tell you the industries are lying to you. They're telling you to whack it to it. It don't hurt it, but have fun getting that out of it when you're trying to clean it up for 3 or 4 weeks, flushing it to get some colors out of your bud and get her taken down. Over here now, I have a little tea going for these little blooms and stuff. I'll show you the few blooms I got here now. This one got a few bugs, but they're took care of now. Noticed them on her the other day. They were chewing at her. This one here literally comes out like yellow and then turns all these cool colors. She's been out a while now. Been out a week or more. So she's starting to go. That one here is like the most smelliest rose I've ever smelled. She's beautiful. This little guy here is blooming great. We got to keep taking the heads off her or she'll stop blooming. I realized I don't know a lot about them, but we're farting with them. And we got a few things there we took out from inside that are just getting used to the sun here again. But that's about it for that. And of course, the onions. But here's my tea. Mix it up in a bucket. You can put it in a sock or something and leave it soak like a tea bag. There's not very much in it. As you can see, there's krill and everything in that, so it has all the beneficials you'll ever need. Krill, by the way, when you put that in there, the little pieces of shell that are broken down and picked up, there's a hormone, I guess, or trigger in them, I call it, that tells the plant she's being eaten by bugs and she'll give off more THC. I didn't tell you that, but that's how it works. Yeah, the same, when a bug chews on it, pieces of his teeth can break off and go into the soil, the pedestals and stuff of the plant, and she'll pick that up as a warning that she's being attacked. But when you feed it krill, it does the same thing. It realizes that there's something chewing on it, but it's not, and it picks up those little traces of jawbone, which is the krill shell, and she triggers herself to go into more THC processing or more trichome processing. And we all know trichomes now, to give off flavor and stuff, but the tops of them are all loaded with THC. So you can take it up 25 or 30% easy. 1000% more uptake on all that calcium you're dumping down the drain. So you won't have to, and you'll realize, you sit back and let them grow. They're not burning, they're not paling out, they're just growing away. Water them every 4 or 5 days. At like the earliest, I like to do mine around every 6 to 7 days, but as they get bigger, you can't. And avoid from overwatering. Keep your plants in a pot that's smaller than the plant. You get into bigger pots and stuff with littler plants, and if you give that too much water, it'll stay down here forever and rot. It won't dry out. You'll have 15, 20 days that can sit in that pot, but of course the pH will change. And then you got to worry about bad microbes getting in there. Once your pH gets under 5.3, then you got all your bad bacteria showing up. You don't want that. You want to keep it up around the 6th level, wherever you feel appropriate. And all the funguses in this will get all around your roots, and make sure that it never goes below 5.3, 5.5. If they're good funguses, like what's in red kelp and brown kelp. Other than that, guys, I hope that found that a little interesting. And I'm going to have lots of this on the go now in a while, I expect, for testing and stuff. And he wants to try a little bit of it. When I get it dried out, I can give you a baggie. It's like $10 down to Home Hardware, just for a little tiny package of it. But you know, nothing fancy. Everything is free. Education should always be free. All right, good day and God bless from the Nothing Fancy.